don't know how this works. So yeah, I hope you will just. Okay, first of all, I would like to present my goals. Based on the last presentation, I decided that I present with credibility by showing enthusiasm, speaking up, improving my intonation, knowing what to do with my hands, not thinking to what I have to say by practicing at least 3 times in front of the mirror. I did it. I feel part of the audience by being in the present moment. Tell them they can interrupt and ask things, looking only to the computer screen when necessary, asking them questions and occasionally showing them images on the slides. So, yeah, first of all, I would like to invite you to interrupt me if you don't understand something or to ask questions when something is not clear. Today I want to talk about pharmaceutical innovation. Well, I think we, at some point of our careers, will come across innovation. And I expect you all know what a patent is. Yes? Okay. So patents are a way to stimulate innovation. And they do so by giving innovators rights over an innovation for about 20 years. And in this time, the innovator can explode this innovation and he or she can make profits on this innovation and nobody else can do so. After this period of 20 years, the innovation enters in the public domain. What does it mean? It means that everyone can use it, make profit of it. And well, one characteristic is that the innovation is accessible at a much lower price because there is more competition. So, saracatinib is a pharmaceutical innovation, and this innovation caught my attention because I think it's a good example of, or it's an example of how innovation can be good. So what is saracatinib? Saracatinib is a drug developed by a pharmaceutical company called AstraZeneca to treat cancer. This chemical inhibits a kind of proteins that have a role in cell growth or cancer, and they thought, well, we can treat cancer by inhibiting this protein that is very active in cancer. So this company got inspired in research of 1995 about how to inhibit these proteins, and they made a document where they very well described how these compounds would look like and how they could inhibit these proteins and how they work in cancer treatment. So they submitted this document to the patent office in the United States in 2002, and 4 years later they got a patent, which is called like this. Okay, next I would like to talk to you about the research exemption. What is this about? The research exemption is a right that we as scientists have to do research on an invention that is protected by a patent. So you can do the research, but you cannot exploit it, you cannot make profit of it. So he's shown how the company does provides information about this drug publicly. They can do it in a website that is here shown. And thanks to this drive, we can learn much more about these drugs or chemical or whatever has been discovered. And 10 years later, so at the moment, it's known that this drug is safe in humans. It has shown poor results in cancer treatment. It may be effective against bone metastasis, and it may be useful to treat osteoporosis. Another interesting thing is that in the School of Medicine of the Yale University, researchers found that this drug could reverse symptoms of Alzheimer's disease in mice with Alzheimer's disease. They made a study which they published in this journal in, I think, this year. And well, they thought that they could use this drug to treat Alzheimer's disease because it inhibits one protein, which is called the fin protein, that is also very active in Alzheimer's disease. So, as you can see, this drug is very promising in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. But the drug seemed out of reach because it is the exclusive the exclusive property of this company. So what the United States the United States government did was they launched a program called the New Therapeutic Uses Program, which aims is to identify new treatments for drugs that have not been very successful in the illness that they were intended to cure. They did this to facilitate the benefits of innovation. Well, now this drug is being proved is now being proved in humans with Alzheimer's disease, and the result will be known in 2016. So one of the disadvantages of this kind of research is that it's very expensive and it's time-consuming. And by doing this, or by using this initiative, the government now saw a way to save money, let's say, because now it's a lot known about this drug, and also there is a very important advantage that we will have in about 10 years. The patent will expire, and this drug will be generic, so it will be cheap. So, well, I think this is a good example of how innovation can be good, and how you can create a way to make it more available, and also a way to stimulate research in a very expensive field like pharmaceuticals or, well, other fields. I hope you also think it's a good example in how innovation can be positive. Do you have any questions? That was